Hello, I'm John Rushing, the emotions expert. Being lost in the fog. If you watch TV today, you get absolutely overloaded with people's opinions, what the TV is saying, their views, their take on life, what's happening in other parts of the world, what's happening with large companies, what's happening with people, what's happening with things like COVID, what's happening with life itself and food prices and goodness knows what. And it just goes on and on and on and on. But within all of that, there is you. And you have to live. You have to enjoy your life. You have to do the best you can. And a lot of it is just down to you. It's not down to external sources or external pressures. And the pressures are only if you accept them. If you don't accept them, then they are not pressures. But life is down to you. It's what you need to do, how you need to fulfill yourself, where you go. You have a great deal of choice still. You have a choice of who you are, what you do, what you say, what you wear, where you go, what you eat, what you spend your money on, what you save your money for, your friends, your family, what people say and do. You can take it or leave it. You have an enormous amount of choices that are at your disposal, and this is all about you. This is about something which you can control. And you can't control what's around you because it's just happening. And how people report it depends on whether the media are negative or positive or something in between. So you're getting a bias slant, whatever it is. But within all of this, there is an enormous wealth of opportunity. There is an enormous wealth of ability to go and do what you want to do and go where you want to go. The only thing that's stopping you is you. And sometimes the biggest problem you will ever face in your life is in fact yourself. If you tell yourself you can't, then that's the answer. You can't. If you tell yourself you can, or you possibly can, then there's an opportunity there for you to diversify and go forward, to find something else to move yourself forward and actually find opportunities. If you seek things, you find them. If you don't seek anything, nothing's going to knock on your door and say, hey, I've arrived, this is for you, because it's not going to happen. You've got to go out there, and it may be a bit of a laborious task going out there and knocking on doors and looking on the internet and finding lots of dead ends and things which don't come off your way, and lots of problems which you never even thought of suddenly emerge, and it's quite a daunting thing. And you could go to bed thinking, gosh, I've spent all day looking at this, trying this, finding that, doing something else. And yet, by the same token, there are other people doing what you want to do. So if they can do it, there's a way forward. And it's looking forward to this and finding that sort of sound in the noise, the white noise around you. There's a signal in there somewhere. There's a signal waiting for you just to pick it up, to tune in, to do all of these kind of things. It's like a radio. If it's not tuned in properly, you get all these sibilants and noises. And so it's for you to actually get up and go and do what you want to do. And you can only do that if you are interested in what you're going to do. If you think you want to do something for the sake of it, or it looks good, or it sounds good, or your friends are doing it, or you saw somebody on TV doing it, that's not good enough, because you won't have that aplomb within you, you won't have that desire to go forward. And everything will be a burden. And every negativity which you encounter will be a really, really hardship for you to overcome. It'll be something negative which hits home hard and hurts. But if you're positive and you see lots of negatives, then you think, right, I know that doesn't work, 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 and it just keeps on going. And you think, well, I'm really quite an expert at this now. I know what doesn't work. And I know, looking at it from this angle and that angle, it's not going to work either. So I've got to change my perspective. I've got to change the way I look forward, change the way I see things. And when you do that, you're elevating yourself to a level which you didn't even know before. It's quite a cathartic level. It's very therapeutic. It raises your status, raises your consciousness, raises who you are, how you think, how you feel, how you look at life, and all of a sudden things which were intangible before start coming together. They start melding together. They start seeing a picture like all the dots, and suddenly you think, I can join the dots up now, and there's a picture forming. Before it was just a blank sheet with lots of scattered little dots here and there, but now there's a picture. And like a child's colouring book, you can colour those dots in and those spaces in between them, and something is now developing. And this is all about you. This is finding yourself in the fog. Don't be caught out by what other people say and do, or situations around you. Don't get that poor old me attitude. Don't get that, well, it's all right for them, but not for me. So many people admonish responsibility by saying, it's all right for everybody else, but in my circumstances, if you knew what I've got to go through, if you knew what... nobody wants to know, nobody cares, because they've got something called my own life, and my own life doesn't include you whinging and moaning and complaining. I want somebody positive round me, because that helps me, and I'm really well equipped to help somebody else who is positive as well. So it's a cathartic thing. It's each person helping each person. So next time you think you're in the fog and you don't know what to do, where to go, just start doing something, because the moment you start doing something, you've actually broken free. You've actually made a place out there, and you're getting out of the fog. So keep going, because the only thing that's at the end of it is something called success.